Welcome back to Embers and Echoes, stories from around the campfire. Tonight's story is a doozy, one pulled straight from the depths of the American political rumor mill. It's a story that's been whispered for decades, told late at night, rarely written down. A story about a nurse, a war hero, and a long road that leads to a place called hope. Tonight's story is called The Nurse, the War Hero, and the Long Road to Hope, a contemporary American rumor. It begins during the Second World War. A young naval officer, intelligent, charismatic, born into a family where politics, ambition, and expectation were part of the air he breathed. In August of 1943, his patrol torpedo boat, PT-109, was struck in the dark waters of the Pacific. The impact split the boat in two. Men were thrown into the sea. Fuel burned on the surface of the water. Chaos replaced command in an instant. The officer survived. Not easily, not cleanly. He swam for hours, towing wounded crewmen. He refused to leave anyone behind. He pushed his already fragile body well past its limits. By the time it was over, he was alive, but badly injured. His back, already troublesome, was permanently damaged. That officer's name was John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Before we go on, if you feel like putting another log on the fire, liking the video and subscribing helps more than you know. Now, back to our story. Years later, history would remember him as the 35th President of the United States. But at the time, he was just another young man with a broken body and a future that was suddenly uncertain. Kennedy was sent to recover, not back to the front, not back into the world of politics, into hospitals, into long days of pain management, into quiet rooms where time stretches and routines replace urgency. Recovery is an intimate thing. You surrender control. You rely on strangers. You are seen at your weakest. And this is where the story introduces its second figure, a nurse. Her name is never consistent. In some versions, it's remembered. In others, it's lost entirely. In stories like this, names are often the first thing to disappear. What remains is proximity. She cared for Kennedy during his recovery, day after day, night after night, helping him stand, helping him walk, helping him sleep through pain that never quite went away. No dramatic romance is ever claimed, no declarations, no letters preserved, just time, familiarity, and the quiet closeness that forms when someone helps put you back together. Eventually, Kennedy recovered enough to leave. His life resumed its upward trajectory. Politics, campaigns, a path that history would record in careful detail. The nurse, however, exits the official record. And that's where the long road begins. Recovery changes a person, especially when it comes slowly. For Kennedy, healing wasn't a matter of weeks, it was months. A long stretch of hospitals, treatments, and forced stillness. His back injury never truly healed. Pain became a companion he would carry for the rest of his life. During that time, the world narrowed. No patrols, no campaigns, no speeches. Just quiet rooms, white sheets, and the steady rhythm of care. And it's here, in this quiet, that the story lingers. According to the rumor, there was a nurse assigned to him during his recovery. Not a famous nurse, not someone whose name history bothered to preserve. In some tellings, her name is mentioned. In others, it's forgotten entirely. What remains consistent is her presence. She was there day after day, helping him move, helping him manage pain, helping him sleep. Recovery creates an unusual kind of intimacy. Not romantic, not cinematic, just proximity. Long conversations, shared silences, the quiet familiarity that comes from seeing someone at their weakest. The story never claims more than that. No declarations, no promises, no letters hidden away. Just time. Eventually, Kennedy was well enough to leave. His life resumed its forward motion. Politics followed, then ambition, then history. The nurse, however, fades from the record. And this is where the rumor takes its turn. According to those who tell it, she didn't stay where she was. She left the hospital, left the region, left the desert behind. She traveled east or south. The details blur here, as they often do. What matters is where the road ends. Arkansas, a small town with a name that feels almost too poetic to ignore. Hope. The story pauses there, and then, not long after, a child is born. The child grows. Not into legend, not into prophecy, just into a boy. Raised far from marble halls and naval medals, far from the expectations that come with famous last names. He grows up in Hope, Arkansas, a small town, a hard place, the kind of place that teaches you how to read a room, how to listen, how to survive. He is bright, curious, restless. Teachers notice him. Mentors appear. Doors open, not all at once, but one at a time. And history, as it so often does, begins to take an interest. Years later, that child will step onto the national stage. He will speak with ease, with warmth, with an instinctive understanding of people, their fears, their hopes, their contradictions. His name is William Jefferson Blythe Clinton. He will become the 42nd President of the United States. And somewhere, in the background of American memory, another figure already stands. A war hero, a president, a man whose life was cut short, but whose shadow stretches long. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. The rumor never says they met. It never claims letters were written, or secrets were shared. It offers no proof, only parallels. Two men, two presidents, two lives that seem to rhyme across decades. Those who tell the story say it's about inheritance. Those who doubt it say it's about coincidence. And maybe it's neither. Maybe it's simply an American need to believe that greatness doesn't appear from nowhere, that history leaves traces, that hope travels strange roads. Because this story doesn't ask you to believe it. It only asks you to notice it, to sit with it, and to understand that some stories survive not because they are true, but because they feel possible. This has been The Nurse, the War Hero, and the Long Road to Hope, a contemporary American rumor, told here, around the fire. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe, and invite a friend to join us for the next tall tale. There's always room by the fire.